MMORPGs, they are definitely a genre that I like a lot, and I do play a lot, mostly as of late in the form of RuneScape, or well, Old School RuneScape. Old School RuneScape does a wonderful job at constantly updating the game, but there is this one giant gaping part of the world that I prefer to avoid, and I've been avoiding this part of the game since 2004. Yeah, that is the wilderness. Now, Old School RuneScape does this thing where they put very interesting things into the wilderness so that hopefully plebs like myself are tempted into the place and then get murdered by people. It's been often described as a predator-prey kind of situation. Some people like to pretend as though it's called player killing rather than player versus player because people aren't expecting to be fought back. I think that's bullshit. I think player killing is just a term that's used because RuneScape is a old as fuck game at this point. Anyway, whatever the terminology, what it comes down to is that there's a bunch of cool things to do in the wilderness, and they will usually drop cool things, and only they will drop those cool things, meaning that you have to go into the place. You are equipped to go and fight these enemies, and then you have people who are PKers who are completely set up in all kinds of gear to come and murder you and take your loot away. Unless you can run away, or you can freeze them, or you can do all kinds of techniques. Escaping in this game is definitely not impossible, and a lot of people, including myself, would benefit a lot from actually looking into how to properly escape somebody. I think the most usual way is to actually freeze somebody, then walk under them, and then just wait 10 seconds and log out. If you have the highest level freeze, then it is 21.5 seconds, if I remember correctly. So you should have plenty of time to freeze somebody and do the whole logout thing, or freeze them and run behind the tree. Not freeze them and run too far away, because if you freeze them and you run too far away, then the freeze is over. It's a little silly, I don't know why. Anyway, the thing you've been looking at in the background right here is the newly updated Wilderness Agility Arena. Of course, the Wilderness Agility Arena itself has been around for, I feel like, forever, but now you can bring 150,000 coins with you, tag this ticket dispenser, give it your 150k, and then from then on, every single lap you run, you have to tag it, and then you get some money back. For your first couple of rounds, it's only going to be 10k on average, but once you get to 61 plus laps, then every single lap you make will give you 40,000 GP on average, which is pretty nice. I have gotten to this point, in all honesty, to where it doesn't feel as amazing anymore. Essentially, when I recorded this footage, I did about 65, 66 laps, and I ended up with about 1.3 million gold, I think. Yeah, that's cool, and it took about an hour. That's cool, and it's nice, but once you get further into the game, that's not crazy money or anything. This is not like the new best money maker in the world. Now, at the same time, the fact that you get that as an additional to you gaining agility experience from both doing the agility course itself and then these tickets that you get, that is pretty cool, because that's the other part. You get these tickets every single lap you make, and every single ticket you get is worth 200 experience. And then there are certain thresholds where if you then deliver it, you get a couple of % extra experience. Is it really worth it to risk it? No, but that's why what you're seeing is nobody risking it. Essentially, there are FCs, there are friends chats right now where people are just getting a lot of PKers together, and those PKers are protecting the newbies, including myself, because I am a newbie. Also, I wanted to try out the loot, so no PKing for me. Also, I'm an Iron Man, like PKing isn't a thing for me. Anyway, regardless, essentially they decided to go and murder everyone that was not in the friends chat. If you approached, you were going to die if your name wasn't purple. And that was a pretty good experience. Everyone having a good time, everyone getting loot, nobody really being murdered on our end, which, yeah, it was good fun. It's kind of crazy to say, because I imagine that if I try and run a couple of laps around this inside of a world where this isn't happening, I'm probably gonna get murdered for the 200k that I'll have, and it will be a very mediocre, sad experience. But because everyone is essentially in this peaceful agreement right here, yeah, it was pretty good. It's the type of thing that you kind of cannot orchestrate in a lot of games. It's just kind of something that naturally happens where you have these large events and then all of a sudden it spreads through word of mouth. I think there is a YouTuber behind the FC that I joined, but I just heard somebody say, hey, they're doing a new WoW the Agility Arena mass in this FC. Go join it. And I joined it, and this is where I ended up. I don't know, I love MMOs, man. MMOs are really something special. Even if nobody is saying too much. Just the fact that everyone is right here running circles, that makes me happy in some kind of way. I know 20 years ago, everybody right here would be chatting non-stop and probably not a whole lot of laps would be run. Nobody would have cared about any kind of efficiency. But, yeah, I don't know. I really just like it. I just really like it. That's all I had to say. There's no other point to this video. I just wanted to say I ran a couple of laps with a bunch of randoms online, and I really enjoyed myself. The loot was kind of trash. The XP was alright, but it wasn't better than Hallowed Sepulchre, so... yeah. Cool. Anyway, have a good Friday, or whatever day you might be watching this. Bye!